very good afternoon to our lecturer and our fellow classmates. So our group today will be presenting about our case study, which is the Building Research Establishment case study. So we have 5 members over here. Her name is Tarani, she is Charlene, this is Shuain, and this is Kinjo. So I'll start off with the background of BRE. So Building Research Establishment or BRE is actually part of the central government once upon a time, and then in 2007 they were privatized. So during that time, as part of the central government, they were actually providing the impartial and alternative voice of the building industry when they were part of the government. So BRE was actually very well known for their excellence, and their scientists really prided themselves on their thorough and high quality work. The scientists were also known for their perfectionist attitude embedded within them with a slight hint of arrogance. So the scientists were actually quite arrogant when they were asked to do any other requests, and they always had to take the sweet time to do any of their jobs or projects. So both staff and the lower level admin staff will be discourteous to outside requests. They have an attitude in which I do it at my own time, so you have to be patient with me because I want everything to be perfect. So these were some of the general issues that were faced by BRE. So the first issue was slow falling revenues since 2004. So ever since 2004, they have seen their profits actually drop in 2007, 2008 and 2009 more specifically. Another thing was the competitors have strong established themselves in the market. Ever since being privatized, they actually had to face different competitors who also privatized as well. Another thing is BRE takes longer to produce the best answer with poor cost control. As I mentioned earlier, BRE has a very perfectionist attitude, so they like to take the sweet time to complete any of the projects that were given to them. Lastly is the value of government contracts is falling. Ever since being privatized, governments tend to give them less and less contracts. They opt to find their competitors even more compared to BRE. So these are the staff issues that were faced by BRE. So the main thing is BRE senior people are confused with their job roles after privatization. Another thing is the commercial hires do not work well with the BRE senior people. So the new hires were actually hired after the privatization, but then there's like a clash of cultures. Both of them work differently, with the senior people being more having a more traditional method towards their work. Another thing is the new role of center director is still causing some confusion and is not fully accepted by both new and old BRE senior people. A small HR staff with incompetent manager. This is another issue that's being faced by BRE. So the HR staff is only consisted of 1 manager and 2 admin staffs. So the manager itself is not really competent. His name is Kevin. He's not really competent. He was actually hired through a friend who is the CEO in the company. Another thing is line managers are reluctant to do much people management. The line managers are reluctant to work with the HR staff because of his incompetency. Another thing is the BRE's projects are not as profitable, which indicates a lack of accurate pricing of contracts. Lastly, half of the center directors did not do well on competencies of leadership and commercial awareness. So BRE actually hired another third-party company to actually conduct a short test to see if all of the staff can perform well or have the leadership and commercial awareness. But unfortunately, most of it actually did not even score well. Half of them did not score well on the test. So based on all of the issues that I mentioned earlier, there were actually 2 major issues that needs to be concerned by BRE. So one of it is the cost control. As I mentioned earlier, the pricing is very inaccurate, and they tend to take the sweet time, which results in more resources being wasted. Another thing is the lack of competencies of leadership and commercial awareness from the staff. So as I mentioned earlier as well, they did not do well in the test. So because of that, they won't display any leadership qualities or commercial awareness. So they would not know how to do a certain project in a group, or they would not know how to actually market the project or how to actually earn profits from the project because they lack the commercial awareness. Next, I'll be passing my slides to Charlene. She'll be explaining more about the organizational chart.
Alright, so I'll be talking about the organizational chart in BRE, where as you can see, BRE is the organization, and then we have the first level, the second level, and also the lower level. So the first level is always the people who are with the highest CIO, and they are the main people in any organization. And then we have the middle management, which is the managers and supervisors. There comes the HR department, and so on and so forth. And lastly, in the lower level, it comes the employees. Alright, so as you can see, the upper management, their work is to create long-term goals and then product and also market their business organization so that they can see more profit and see their organization to be more effective. And their jobs are also like CEO, CFO, COO, CTO, and also the very important people, which is the marketing. Because without marketing, I don't think any organization can come up or be very effective and successful. Then we have the middle management. They are the people who interprets their plans and sets actions. Jobs like regional plant managers, HR management, and so on and so forth. And then we have the lower level management, which is the employees, where they are the one who will implement the plans, which is given by the middle management, and they are jobs like the team leader, assistant management, foreman, shift manager, and then your normal, the clerks and staffs. Well, I'll also be talking about the changes to make BRE financially successful. First of all, as you can see in the case study, the upper level, they have to fix themselves, as in the issues that they have between each other. Because based on the case study, the upper management, they were all not, they all did not come to a mutual understanding with each other. They always had problems and they were always arguing with each other. So, only if the upper level management, if they only solve their issues, only then they can, the lower level, which is the employees, they can work together and also promptly to produce profit for the organization and to make it successful. So my suggestions are, first of all, the upper level, they should first respect each another, because they tend to be very, very disrespectful to each other and they always fight with each other. So it's very hard for them to come to an understanding. Second is to manage and come to a mutual understanding, as I said earlier. First of all, I would definitely suggest to regulate meetings, either monthly or twice a year and annually, so that they can come together and sort out all of their issues, look at the accounts and plan so on to increase their effective level in their organization. Third is to hire a professional, a cost accountant and outsource. Why did I suggest this? Is because, first of all, if you hire an outsource, they are very skillful and they have more knowledge than you already have about your company, and they will also give you pre-plan on how to start your business and how can you build it up. They are also more experienced, so they will likely they will have the credibility and scalability to help your management to grow. Plus, they will by hiring a professional cost accountant, they will help you to provide a complete and also file the required legal documents for your organization. They will also help you to come up with the latest tax wages that is going on in the country by every other organization and many more. Okay, then I'll also be talking about the restructure management. Well, why did I suggest this? Is because in BRE, as you can see, there were too many staffs, so they basically have to cut down on the costs. Okay, that's what I suggest. So by that, I think they can suggest or give the employees retrenchment or offer an early retirement so that they can cut down on the cost, save money, and also from there see how they can build up their organization. Fifth is to provide education and training for the center directors. Also, based on the case study, you can see that staffs are unaware of the policies, procedures, and the way the organization are running things in the company. Many of the employee staffs, they are very unaware of this, and that is why they were not able to work effectively and promptly, and also help the company to come up to success. So I think that the organization should definitely provide education and training for all the employees, so that they will know where the organization is heading to, and from there on they can work together to build up their projects. And also keep it professionalized, as in that do not make hiring based on personal relationship. For an example, from the BRE case, you can see that Kevin was hired by Greg, the CFO of the company, which I don't think that was the right thing to do. Is because you only require people that is within your circle. So you don't know whether they are very professionalized and whether they can help you in in your organization. And also do not bring or allow personal issues into the organization. As I stated earlier, the upper level, they were all arguing with each other. They were bringing out their outside frustration and stress into the organization. So because of that, they were not able to work together. And also to follow the procedures and policies of the company accordingly. As you can see, nobody in the organization was following the policies and procedures that were set. Okay, they were all taking the leeway and taking advantage of it, and that is why BRE came to a very huge downfall. So I think that they should definitely start to follow the procedures and policies of the company to make it successful. I will be passing the slides to Shui. Thank you.
Okay, I will be talk about the main HR strategic issues in BRE. So the main HR strategic issues including job description, performance appraisal, recruiting method and process, and change management. Okay, the solutions to improve HR issues. For job description, you have to notify and state the job position and also the roles of employees during creating and assigning the designated job. Okay, which means you have to, when you sign the contract with employees, you have to go and explain what kind of job they are doing and then their roles to perform the job. And then the performance appraisal, the HR department have to practice on this to ensure the employees' performance is always on high standard, and also the employee skills is always up to date. For recruitment method and process, every employee should hire through proper recruiting process. Like Kevin, he is hired by the grade because they work together before. So which means, and then after that, Kevin is actually work long duration in construction field, but after that, his skill is not up to date. Okay, so and then the next was change management. To solve this, they have to provide training to the employees to know and understand more on the management after the change of the company. Next, I will pass to Joe.
So I will be talking about the leadership problem that is faced by the employees. So this one is to how to respond to the poor ability of leadership identified by the consultant. So as my members have mentioned before, so some of the employees are not competent in leadership and also commercial awareness. So I'll talk about how to improve their leadership skills. So for the first one, you'll be train employees about leadership characteristics and leadership styles. So by providing training to the employees, so they can learn more about the leadership characteristics, they will know more about their own leadership characteristics and also leadership styles that they can adopt and also implement on the organization. So the second one is train effective listening. So whenever you are the leader, you have to be effective. You need to have effective listening to listen to your subordinates. So in order for you to know all the problems and also what is happening in the organization, so the leader can implement all the new things by listening to their staff. So the third one is train on mentoring program. So with this training program, the management they can hire another external organization that provide a mentoring program to those employees that have a high level of leadership, to those with a low leadership skills. So with this, they can also save cost and also save time, because the high leadership skills employee can train on them to be a better leader in the future. So and the fourth one will be training on how to motivate subordinates. So it's very important to motivate your subordinates or your employees so that they can do better or perform better for you. And lastly is training to be well disciplined. So the management can provide training to all the employees or also to employees that have a low level of disciplines. So with this they can be more disciplined and they can perform well. So they won't, as my group members mentioned, they won't have any issues regarding the culture and also about and also their personality issues that are facing by BRE. And another alternative is by job rotation to employees. So with this, the management can actually assign some of the employees to other departments so that they can learn about the other department procedures and also what is their standards and how they work in it. So in the future they can have more knowledge so they can be a better leader in the future. And lastly is management provide territory and clear borders. So with this, the management can actually provide a certain department or sectors that they can look after so that they have a better leadership skills and also they know where to guide and also how to promote them. So another one is objective bigger than own performance. The management have to implement this policy so that the leaders or also other employees they would prioritize the objective better other than their own performance. And the third one is urge due date faster than what is reasonable. So the management have to train and also let them know that it is better to finish off tasks before the due date or even faster as soon as possible so that they can also focus on others projects. And lastly is stair-stepping their development. So with the stair-stepping development, the leaders or others employees have to slowly learn from the bottom to the top so that they know all the procedures and also standards that we're using by BRE. So the next one I'll pass to Tarek.
So I'll be talking about the advices for poor in terms of commercial awareness. So the first one is understand the organization. So as a company, it's always important for everyone to know how it works and what they care the most. So for example, like BRE is a company which works under construction and engineering industry. So they should know like what their supplier wants, what their customer clients need and all. And also next, the statement of vision and mission. It is definitely important for the organization to have a vision and mission so that it will give a clear focal point for the employees to actually work together and align towards a single purpose. And the second point is know the competitors and customers. First thing, they have to study the company and their competitors' strength and weakness. So for this, maybe they can carry out a SWOT analysis. And the second thing is perform USP. USP is unique selling propositions, where you can compare with your competitors what's special with you and what good things you have comparing to your competitors, so that you can pull your clients to buy your things, and for your clients to actually come to you for a project. And then also it will actually help you to study the organization's targeted market and also segment the market to the potential customers. And the third point is stay up to date on the industry development. So it is definitely important for the company to know what's the current news, what's the latest thing happening about their industry development and all. So for this, they can actually engage with business publications and also like use online sites and all. For example, like Wall Street Journal, AEC businesses and so on. And also another way is trade organization and professional networking. So they should actually be in a good term with them to know more about informations regarding the happenings of the industry and other events. And the fourth point would be evaluate and prioritize projects. So prioritize projects that fits the organization's strategy. So always know what is the strategy of the company, so make sure you work towards it. And also you can use Mullin's 7 domains model, which actually they have seven different affecting factors, so which will help you to think from different perspective, whether is it a good idea or not, and whether the project will be viable. And the last one is understand the changes in society and economic environment. So first thing, you can perform a PEST analysis to learn about the political, economic, social, cultural, and also technology factors that will be affecting the organization's strategy. So by doing this, you can actually create new opportunities from these changes and all, and also adapt to future business environment. And also this can actually give you an insight into advanced warning of threats and other things. That's all.
That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.